Kim Kardashian, what are you doing? Why are you allowing her to come out in this outfit?
XOXO, Gossip Girl.
A 12-year-old girl steps out in a corset, stilettos, and a face full of makeup that would make seasoned influencers jealous. Her mother watches from the sidelines, phone recording, as millions of people witness what might be the most calculated childhood exploitation in Hollywood history. That girl is North West. And what you're about to discover about Kim Kardashian's parenting will make your skin crawl. See, everyone's been calling this North being North, or Kim letting her daughter express herself. But when you actually piece together what's been happening over the past year, a much darker picture emerges. Kim isn't just a proud mom showing off her daughter's personality. She's systematically building North into her replacement. And the proof is everywhere. Kim Kardashian built an empire on controversy, drama, and staying relevant at any cost. But here's what nobody wants to admit. That empire is crumbling, her TV ratings are tanking, her brand launches barely make headlines anymore.
Yeah, you know, this is a little grown. This is something that I would wear as a 26-year-old.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, she is giving off mini-me Cardi B with Kanye West's face, which just makes it that much more weird.
Yes, North looks old as hell. She is not giving 12 years old.
The influencer game has moved past her, and she knows it. So what does a narcissist do when their spotlight starts dimming? They find someone else to put under it. Enter North West, age 12, already serving looks that grown women spend thousands trying to achieve. But this isn't some random phase or North finding her style. When you look at the timeline, the coordinated outfits, the perfectly timed photo shoots, it becomes clear this is a full-scale brand rollout. Kim has turned her own daughter into content, and North doesn't even realize she's the product being sold. The transformation started subtle. A little makeup here, a designer outfit there. But then came the TikToks. North started appearing in videos late at night, dancing to explicit rap songs, dressed like she was heading to a nightclub instead of middle school. The internet exploded, parents were horrified, and Kim, radio silence. When the backlash got too loud, Kim finally responded with the most ridiculous excuse imaginable. She claimed she wasn't even home when North posted the video.
You can also see she has caked on makeup, the baby hairs running down her forehead, the nails did, the heavy ass lipstick, the contour, the eyebrows on fleek, even them long ass artificial eyelashes attached to her eyes. I mean, is all this really necessary for a person who's only 12 years old? I'm just saying, like.
Her nanny apparently gave permission for a 12-year-old to dress up like Spice and dance to adult content for millions of strangers online. Think about that for a second. Either Kim is lying and knew exactly what was happening, or she's so checked out as a parent that she has no idea what her daughter is doing with her massive social media platform. Neither option looks good. But here's where it gets really twisted. North isn't just being dressed up and paraded around. She's being trained to attack. Kim has created a monster who roasts celebrities, calls out family members, and delivers cutting one-liners. She's getting paid per controversy. Remember when North went viral for calling out Kim's fake voice during an Instagram Live? 40,000 people watched as this little girl looked directly into the camera and asked her mother, "Why do you talk different on camera?" Kim's face went white. She stammered. She had no answer because North had just exposed something everyone suspected, but nobody could prove. Kim performs a completely different personality online. That wasn't some cute kid moment. That was a child who's been watching her mother lie to the world for years, finally calling her out on it.
Media is so rough on young girls. And North West is a perfect example as to why some celebrities don't want their children being shown on social media.
Then came the Met Gala roasting session. Kim spent thousands on a pearl-covered dress, thinking she looked incredible. North took one look and said it looked like it came from the dollar store. On camera, for everyone to see. Most kids that age would be taught basic politeness, maybe some respect for their parents' choices. Not North. She's been programmed to deliver viral moments, and it doesn't stop with Kim. North has gone after Jared Leto, Pete Davidson, even her own Aunt Kendall. She told Kendall that Kim hated her dress, something Kim apparently said privately but never had the courage to say herself. So she used her 12-year-old daughter as a messenger. This is where the pattern becomes impossible to ignore. Every single one of these moments was filmed, posted, shared millions of times. These aren't accidental slips or kids being kids. This is content creation using a child as the star. But wait, it gets worse. Sources close to the family have revealed that North allegedly fired her nanny. A 12-year-old fired an adult employee. And when that same nanny tried to set boundaries, North reportedly tried to bite her. Most parents would see this as a massive red flag requiring immediate intervention. Kim's response? Nothing. No consequences, no discipline, no boundaries.
So Northwest just turned 12 and she's on vacation in Mexico on a yacht with her mom and her cousin Penelope. And these photos started circulating on the internet.
North also refuses to ride to school with her siblings, demanding her own car. She's running a Fortune 500 company instead of attending 6th grade. Again, Kim just accommodates it. She's raising a child who believes she's above rules, above consequences, above everyone else. The most disturbing detail might be this. Kim once admitted she had to hide in a closet to breastfeed North's baby brother because North couldn't handle not being the center of attention. Picture that scene, a grown woman crouched in a closet feeding her infant because her toddler had trained the entire household to revolve around her needs. Kim laughed when she told that story on TV, but child psychologists weren't laughing. They were seeing textbook signs of a child being raised without healthy boundaries, someone who's learning that tantrums and demands get results. Now let's talk about the styling choices that have parents across the internet genuinely concerned. North isn't just wearing designer clothes, she's wearing adult designer clothes. Corsets, crop tops, skin-tight outfits that wouldn't look out of place on a 20-something influencer. Her makeup isn't the fun, colorful experimentation most kids that age try. It's professional level contouring, false eyelashes, heavy lipstick, the full glam treatment that takes makeup artists years to master.
Her outfit, she does not have no crop top on. Honestly, it looks like it's a bathing suit top. She has long shorts that cover her knees. Penelope shorts are shorter. This is what happens if you're a little bit more developed as a child.
Side-by-side photos of Kim and North show they're not just matching outfits anymore. North is wearing scaled-down versions of Kim's most provocative, headline-grabbing looks. This isn't a mother and daughter having fun with fashion. This is a calculated attempt to make North look like mini Kim. And here's the detail that makes it all click into place. Kim learned this playbook from the master herself, Kris Jenner. Kris turned Kim's most embarrassing moment into a business empire. She took a scandal that should have destroyed her daughter's reputation and flipped it into reality. TV gold, magazine covers, and billion-dollar brand deals.
Yes, North is a little thicker. Yes, she's thicker than Penelope. She's also 12. Everyone also goes through puberty at different times. Everyone also has different body types growing up. For grown men and women to be commenting on her body type is odd, but honestly not surprising because it's been like this for years.
Every breakdown, every controversy, every piece of drama became content, became money. Now, Kim is running the exact same playbook on North. Every outfit choice, every viral moment, every controversial TikTok is being calculated for maximum engagement. North isn't being raised to be a happy, healthy kid. She's being groomed to be the next generation of Kardashian content. But here's what makes Kim's approach even more sinister than her mother's. She's learned from Kris's mistakes. Kris waited until Kim was an adult before fully exploiting her. Kim is starting with North at 12. She's getting years of additional content, building North's brand recognition while she's still young enough to be considered cute and precocious instead of calculating and manipulative.
Raven Simone had to get breast reduction to be booked for one of her shows. People were constantly commenting on her body. Not for nothing, like ethnicity too. Sometimes black girls tend to be a little bit thicker. It is what it is. But she's not out here in tight form-fitting dress. She's not out here crop top, short, mini skirts.
The contrast with her sisters is telling. Kylie keeps Stormi out of the spotlight, posting innocent birthday parties with bounce houses and kid-appropriate fun. Chloe shares glimpses of True in gymnastics classes and playing with unicorn cakes. Their daughters get to be children. North gets styled photo shoots and late-night TikToks with explicit lyrics. The most heartbreaking part of this entire situation? There was someone trying to protect North. Kanye West consistently spoke out against putting his daughter online. He said she was too young for social media. He called out what was happening publicly, repeatedly. Kim's response was to freeze him out of decisions about North's public presence entirely. Now, with Kanye effectively silenced, there's nobody left with the power to pump the brakes on this runaway train. So what does this mean for North's future? She's learning that her value comes from being watched, liked, and commented on. She's discovering that controversy gets attention, and attention gets results.
If Penelope would have been wearing what she was wearing, no one would have said anything. It's literally just her body type, and that's just wild. And it so makes sense as to why some celebrities are so against showing their children, because when they do, they get ridiculed. And everyone expects North to look like she does in that picture on the right.
She's being taught that performance matters more than authenticity, that image matters more than substance. Most dangerously, she's growing up believing that childhood is a commodity to be sold. Kim had a choice. She could have looked at the damage her own hyper-exposed childhood caused and decided to break the cycle. She could have given North privacy, boundaries, and the space to figure out who she is without millions of strangers weighing in. Instead, she chose to double down, to take everything that was toxic about her own upbringing and amplify it for the next generation. This isn't parenting. This isn't even good business. This is a woman so desperate to maintain relevance that she's willing to sacrifice her daughter's childhood to keep the cameras rolling. And the most tragic part, North probably thinks this is normal.
She's 8 here. You go back and look at yourself at 12 through 14. Those are some rough years, okay? I just found this very annoying. It got to me. That was a pet peeve. I don't know if it was the mom in me or what, but yes.
When you're raised in a world where everything is content, where every moment is calculated for its viral potential, you don't know what genuine childhood looks like. Kim Kardashian isn't just failing as a parent. She's creating a cautionary tale about what happens when fame becomes more important than family, when building a brand matters more than building a human being. The question isn't whether this will damage North in the long run. The question is how much damage has already been done. So what do you think? Is Kim genuinely proud of North's confidence, or is this something much more calculated and disturbing? Drop your thoughts below, because this conversation is far from over. And if this breakdown opened your eyes to something you hadn't considered before, make sure you subscribe. We're just getting started exposing what really happens behind the glamour. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.